Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. And if it's your first time here, I'm Janetta, an author who loves to draw. On my channel, I focus on combining storytelling with art. If that's something you're interested in, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. Let's get to it. SSMD So It Begins, Chapter 45. Let's talk. Dear SSMD, my relationship is breaking my bank account. I'm in love with a woman who's in love with money. We both earn good money, but even combined is not enough for her caviar taste. We are not married, and my friends are telling me to leave her before she sends me to debtor's prison. Outside of the money drama, our relationship is great. So I'm asking you, SSMD, do I choose love or money? Sincerely, Empty Pockets. Sharon. Normally, when Philip picked up the kids, Sharon pulled a disappearing act. Today she opened the door. Do you have a minute? I asked the kids to give me 5 minutes to talk to you. Sure. Philip already knew what she wanted. He had intentionally held off signing the divorce papers, hoping it would garner an opportunity to talk to her. Why haven't you signed the divorce papers? I'm getting around to it. I've just been busy. Sharon knew he was lying. Philip, please let me move on. I need you to think of me this time. He looked into her pleading eyes. Okay, I'll sign them tonight. His face was covered in disappointment and defeat. Leah. Mara was scheduled to come home later that evening, and Leah knew he would come looking for her. It had been 2 days since Carla had called her from his phone, and she hadn't picked up a call from him since that time. She told Alana about the call, and Alana assured her there must be a reasonable explanation. But Leah could only come up with one. Mario had cheated on her with his ex-wife. How is the apartment coming? Alana asked as they worked the cafe counter together. Justin is doing a great job. He says he will finish this weekend. I'm looking forward to getting my stuff out of storage and setting up my new home. Hey, why don't you come up after we close and take a look? I was thinking we could get Justin to help update the cafe when he finishes my place. You can see if you like his work. Alana agreed, not knowing that Leah was also hoping that she would act as a buffer when Mario finally arrived. Eva. I sat at my desk reading through the latest SSMD posts. I was looking into some other avenues to grow my business because new subscribers weren't rolling in as fast as they were before, and I didn't want to end up working for someone again. I was leaning towards writing an SSMD book or doing an online radio show, but hadn't made up my mind. Simone and Kendra were coming over later for dinner, so I needed to wrap things up early to have enough time to cook. We all wanted to get together one last time before Simone had to leave. Taking a break, I looked out the window at the empty driveway next door. I hadn't seen or talked to Xavier in the couple of days since we became friends. A thought of calling him popped into my head, but I quickly pushed it out. Though I hated to admit it, I wanted to see him and thought of him often. Chapter 46. Who's at my door? Dear Empty Pockets, you are not the one who has to choose love over money. Your lady should be the one who chooses. I would suggest you talk to her and explain to her the financial hardship she is causing you. If she loves you, she will climb out your pockets and cherish the treasure of your heart. If she says that she's a no romance without finance kind of girl, then you should have no doubt what your next step should be. Sincerely, the SSMD advisor. Eva. When my doorbell rang, I immediately thought it was Xavier. Or maybe a truer statement was that I was hoping it was Xavier. On the way to the door, I did a check in the hall mirror. A peek through the peephole quickly deflated my expectations. It was a local neighborhood busybody that one of my neighbors had warned me about when I first moved in. I had managed to avoid her until this very moment. Reluctantly, I opened the door. Before I could utter a greeting, she was talking. Hello, Eva. Hope we aren't disturbing you, but I thought it was such a shame that you and Katina here have yet to meet. You two live right across the street from one another and should have been introduced when Katina's family moved in. Eva Walker, this is Katina Lyons, and vice versa. And this, She folded back the blanket of the baby Katina held. It's Nia, her beautiful little girl. Katina and I greeted each other. I was just about to fix some lunch. Do you want to come in and join me? I offered on a whim. Miss Busybody shook her gray-haired head. I have to take a rain check. I have an usher board meeting at the church. But you two ladies enjoy yourself. She gently nudged Katina through the door. In a blink of an eye, Miss Busybody had turned and made her exit. We watched her sprint walk down the street. Katina and I looked at each other and burst into spontaneous laughter. I have to be sure to write and thank the SSMD advisor. If she hadn't told me to reach out to the older women in the neighborhood, I'd never have met the amazing Miss Mabel. I was excited. This was my first encounter with a subscriber. I wondered, as I led her to the kitchen, if I should tell her who I was. Leah. Alana was still over when Mario arrived. Leah let him in, ready to do battle. He greeted his sister, then asked Leah, "Why aren't you answering my calls?" Sensing trouble, Leah stood. "I think I'll get going." "No, you stay. Your brother won't be staying long." Refusing to get stuck in the middle, Alana stood by her decision and left despite Leah's protest. Mario barely waited until the door closed behind Alana before saying, "Well, are you going to explain what's going on?" "You want me to explain? How about you explain how Carla was able to call me at 6 a.m. from your phone on Sunday? I thought you were on a business trip, not off messing around with your ex-wife." Mario was caught off guard, but he didn't display any guilt. "I told you my mother wanted to go with me. She didn't tell me she invited Carla. On Sunday, they stopped by my hotel room early in the morning to ask me if I wanted to do an early breakfast with them before they left for their yoga session. Carla must have grabbed my cell phone and called you sometime during breakfast. I left it on the table while I went to grab food from the buffet." "Why didn't you call me and tell me Carla was there with your mother?" Leah was a bit skeptical. "I did call you, but I kept getting your voicemail. I didn't want to tell you through voicemail. Look, Leah, Carla and I are finished. You don't ever have to worry about me leaving you for her. You have to learn to trust me." He pulled her into his arms. Leah enjoyed the hug and kisses, but knew that even if he could be trusted, she would have to keep a lookout for those two conniving witches. Hope you enjoyed today's story. If you did, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Until next time, be and stay blessed.